Yeah, but there comes to a point where it's like that kid can't even be contained in a public school. You have to go to a special, they have to farm them out to a special behavioral school, which is very expensive. And they try not to. So until the kid raises so much havoc that he can't stay in a public system, then they farm him out to a the school district has. They have to provide. The IEP is a legal document. They have to abide by it.
Wow, so it's almost worth being bad so you can get into a private school.
Well, it's not a private school; it's a behavioral school. It's not private, yeah. But for mental health.
Like digging holes. You know what I mean? Like, you got thrown in a van in the middle of the night and then they had to dig holes for a long time?
Wow. In Iran? Oh, that happened to a friend of mine. They shipped her off to Utah for like a behavioral team. A behavioral school, yeah. Behavioral school, there's some that are adjudicated that go through the courts and some that are just if you have mental health, if you have mental health issues, it's not adjudicated, it's not ordered. How tall are you in Brownsville, Brooklyn? Ian, the best you can. That's a real moment here without tasering each other or ourselves for a second. Behavior would have got into a yeah.
Close to Brownsville. She did Peter, but never thought it's called. And I was like, oh,
yeah. There's part of what would you call Brownsville?
Well, that's right.
No German within any radius. And that's a bad part of you know how many deaths there are a day in Germantown? You know how many?
This is what I need to do.
Purple Tunnel?
And it's just now if I look at your thing with this,
Are you married to the devil? What's happening? I love it. This one's good. This one, you sit asleep with them on. Take them off. And whenever weird little they see me take them off, they know it's time for bed. Yeah. It slide rings on. This is a woman fingering herself. And said, pleasure is power. This one I got on eBay. This is a
Valentine's
3-ring.
My mom used to have that.
This. Oh, wow. Flea market. And then this one Jordan gave me.
Utopian Society or something makes those rings.
Wow. Yeah. Is that the marriage of the podcast? Like, if you guys ever decide to end the podcast, you will have to take that off. Whoa.
Never in this podcast.
It's welded to my body. Right. But do you have a similar ring symbolizing the union of the podcast? I want to make it Ryan by the your stepbrother. Extra large ring.
I have beautiful woman hands. Can I see this one to tell you if it fits, and then you can get me one of the same size?
Wow.
Hey, speaking of rings, are you gonna pop the old Q to the old?
Okay, it's getting down. It's getting down to it. Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah, for which hand?
Can I? Second guess is a strong wind. It's really making a presence felt here. Can I tell you? I like what you have because it's a thing of you can. I don't know.
You make sketches together, they're good.
Yeah. When couples are together and they don't talk about, like, I feel like my ideal marriage proposal would be discussing about it later and then going, why don't we do this? Yeah. You know, instead of like having to make it a big, like, are they ever going to know? You know, that's all about what she wants really for me. She doesn't really want like a big surprise or anything. Like, she wants to be talked about, to be left out. She wants to be expecting of it. She wants all their families to be expected of it. She doesn't want to have it problem. Good. No,
Look at me.
you want this one. No, you're speaking for yourself because you're living David. David's already upstairs.
Oh no.
$100. And if I did, you want to have a little now? You want me to do like a real surprise? You want? She would say yes.
It's a little bit of a surprise. She doesn't want to be taken completely off guard by
Sports game.
No, she doesn't want that. Public. I know she doesn't. I know her. She's
She wants to be like, she doesn't want it to be like, hey, here it comes.
Right.
She'd be like, dude, have me that cushion and the under the cushion music. You know what I mean?
Right.
Could you imagine? Can I just amend that a little bit to go back to my own spin on it? It's under the cushion, and then I somersault in the other side of the room. I'm thinking athletic.
Oh,
You know, it's like years and years of training, and it just feels like a wasted opportunity.
it is. Yeah. You said she's like, what the?
You were a wrestler. Yes. You should wrestle her,
And then when you put her in the crossface curl bar, the ring is on that part of the carpet right in front of her face.
Do you watch UFC?
that's, oh my god, that's amazing. Yeah. Yeah.
You're crazy. Isn't it?
I'm so armbar in. Yeah, I'm close to getting back points.
Yeah.
He looks over to try to bridge up to three. He doesn't want to get in. Boom, the ring is there.
Yeah.
We're all winners.
Yeah.
We're all winners.
And then someone comes in and goes, "You lost the match, but you won one."
Yeah.
Absolutely. Would you hide the ring where that chunk of food is in your tooth? It's like,
There's always something. I've been eating a lot of kale.
Are you gonna eat do you let the motorcycle? Do you leave the
Yeah, I smile.
and then the wind and then maybe there's food? All right. That's right.
Oh.
Here, let me get it out.
This is every pod just in. It's going. Hey, so what is the secret to a successful relationship with a Canadian?
what's
Dude, you know that I only date Irish. I only date Irish.
Only the Irish?
You were a guy last week.
Ian, is that true?
That's a relationship with a guy. This guy's gonna marry. Fuck up. I will fucking end you. My single.
What did you laugh at?
No, no. You're right. People who are like that. You know what?
I was in school. It's called a basket hold. I grab one of your arms, I sit there, I de-escalate you. I go, hey, look, you're not getting up.
Huh?
That's what you do. Too, but
Yeah.
you're doing it.
Basketball holds are illegal now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is everything illegal now?
Unless you're in a locked facility where they can do whatever ones where they're able to do chemical restraints as well.
You like this?
But yeah, they don't fuck around with things about it anymore. You know, it's really the fucking it's something that they realize we're actually get sued by doing these.
Bigger than you? Oh, that's the most fun game in the world. My mom used to play a game called No Kisses Today with her. We would desperately try and give her a kiss in the face and juice. Like this.
Oh my god. That's the ultimate scaring of a child. You hurt yourself?
No, I'm Italian, remember?
Your mom.
What? No. No affection. Zero affection. I don't want to be affectionate.
Oh yeah.
No, my grandfather was very Italian, but he was like the.
You still alive?
Well, they weren't affectionate. I was very fat, and Italians don't like that. Italians
Italians, they want their daughter to be fat, so she normal person takes care of the family. Fertility. Yeah.
No, not for these guys.
No?
Wait,
Oh.
you're wrong side of the trip today.
Coach, mother was hockey coach, sister was hockey under all hockey. Me, small golf in the food court.
With the heart of a Hurricane fighter.
Goalie?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was the goalie because they're
Hey, we're getting by. Okay.
I'm gonna throw the Netflix today. So
But you're working through all this in therapy, right? Ian, you're in therapy? You're in therapy?
You're hilarious.
no. Well,
I will stop fighting when you stop. Right. I will.
Your wrists are out. Now, what do you think?
I'm liking the level of aggression on this podcast. The most aggressive podcast I think I've ever been on. It's very good. We're great talk by Angel. Alan is a savior. I love him.
take out my anger from people who don't deserve it because I don't take out my anger on the people who do deserve it.
Do you think Ian's the recipient of that?
Yeah. Oh, you did. I thought I was on speakerphone earlier when I screamed at him. Whereas I thought you didn't hear me. I don't know. He calls me and I'm like, oh, call me around my bike. And he's like, I didn't know you were on your way. I was like, I texted you and you're like, you didn't. I was like, oh. I apologize. And then I yelled at a little dude.
You're with the man, Jordan, and he goes to kiss you. Do you put your hand out and his forehead and he goes,
He doesn't. It's so fun. We're playing it with no deuces. We'll say we're gonna play a game called No Deuces today. Try your damnedest to get my
is very like sharp. Sharp, and she goes, we're not going anywhere until I say I love you into your mouth 25 times. I go, I love you into your mouth 25 times. I love it. Yeah.
Nothing.
Where's the taster?
Jordan, you did something and you said nothing.
Thank you. What did you say? Oh, it's gotta be. Do you got Alan? No, I am one of those. That was cool. About that. Jordan, maybe you're emotionally unavailable. You're emotionally about.
Literally started crying the other day because I reminded him of a patient who was in solitary confinement, who then had to go to the infirmary, and a nurse reached out and touched him, and he burst into tears because the affection. He thinks that I'm very damaged from my childhood, and therefore the only affection I'm able to receive is aggression.
And you're paying money for the honor?
Therefore, I cry a lot.
I know, and that ain't there. That's good, but you know, I'll fucking do it for free. Everything he's told you, I'll hold it up.
And you just broke my arm. Good.
That's you have to be restrained.
And he learns from so basically, if a guy is into me, like if he's nice to me and sweet, I'm like,
You don't like that.
no. So Helen says that the next person I have to date has to be somebody who it makes me feel like that's not easy.
Yeah, but you have to adjust your expectations then, right?
Yeah.
I just came from Alan and I wondered why one of the cushions was changed.
Yeah.
So it might be you had to take previously read it.
You got to
I don't know who Alan is, but I know Alan.
Yeah.
So they're-
Oh,
More than would recognize it. And how do you find what you even be in?
you know, we talk about a lot. My saggy friend.
Oh, I didn't know you talked about it.
Yes, we do.
What?
Yeah, how do you get the demons out?
Huge amount of help. You have like 8 meds.
I am on medication.
How much?
Right. Because I have a chemical imbalance with my brain, and I accept that. And that if I don't take my medicine, I can revert back to a failing off brain.
It sounds like you slowed it down. It sounded like you were talking to a judge.
I have to take my medicine because I have atypical. No,
We both have bipolar.
I have bipolar too. So it's the thing of the so my extremes, the medication helps in terms of like my extreme mood swings. They're kind of like this.
Yeah.
And it dulls the edge of the extreme. So I still have them, but I'm more focused and can understand when they're coming, why they're coming, and then I can deal with it rather than just being so dysregulated that I just don't know how to deal with things.
Yeah.
So it's really
Medicated. I'm doing great.
Yours comes in the form of anger, Jordan.
I have rage. I fight a lot of
Yeah.
people publicly. Not public, but like getting close to
You're such a nice person.
something wow. Like have you things
do everything you do. I used to do, and
I'm a whole person. You don't say that. I'm a grown up and you're at my self previously. You know, that's like if you say something like I don't know, my sister always says that shit. No, I'm not gonna end up like you and I'm not you. I'm a different person.
I think what she's saying is, your gender is not as good as hers.
No gender actually.
Oh,
I don't know what it's like.
never said that you're gonna end up like me.
That's now still.
I'm emphasizing and saying the way that you feel sometimes. I have felt, and I have been able to handle it and move forward.
Yeah. Well, I took 4 mental imbalance and I have more childhood aggression.
And at the end of the day,
Yeah, well, I don't like this whole I'm a little older than you, so I'm your therapist. It's I'm not. You told me. Because I'm not going to say that I'm
Jordan, I call you out. I think you secretly like to be talked down to.
Ian.
No.
Actually, yeah. Not by Ian.
you may add a little text to it, huh? I used to be where you were. Oh my God, getting real.
Put a Fred Durst cat in a fucking basement and saying to me, I used to be like you is the worst. Old man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you are. Dogs. And a husband who's in the trades.
Lumberjack Hudson?
No, not lumberjack. Something better, like a plumber,
Yeah.
electrician.
At Union?
Jordan's gonna have a fucking iron worker that comes home and she's gonna be like,
I don't like that in bed. We both know I'm like a little acidic Weiss in bed.
Can
Okay.
you become aroused in overalls? The guy has overalls on?
Not he run
You have an overall there.
the gutter
Yeah.
and he had the Carhartt overalls and I was like, you gotta stop calling her him. We gonna do it.
Oops.
Oh, he had the overall the car. Who is it?
you don't know him?
I don't know, Jay.
Oh, he did it. He would have been.
Okay.
Little squirrel. All I'm saying is that you always tell the story about how when we went on that one road gig, you were driving.
Sorry, go ahead. Until you were quiet. Go ahead.
You were driving and you were like, this kid is such a mess. He's shaking, he's this, he's all over the place, getting out of scary. Right. But when we did that gig, I was your age, where you are now. And I was a mess. And I have worked really hard to arrest it and see it. And I've become way more level headed, way more at peace. And it comes with age and a lot of hard work. And what I'm saying is, you are enacting the steps now to get to a place where the mess that is in existence is slowly getting cleaned up to lead to a very regulated
That would be a nice thing if that's what you were saying, but
That's what I am saying.
well, you can't just amend it now because the rest of the podcast was you saying your therapist needs therapy. You're a crazy person. It's your fault. You're whole negative before that going for the joke. It's totally not you were gonna do it like that. Otherwise, fucking kill it. It's now, Mike, you got it.
The special is called The Attractive, and it's on YouTube for us. The Attractive, hot people. It's hot for us. And it's The Attractive is on YouTube for free. It's at over 1 million now already. So please watch it and share it with everyone you know. I'm depending on the people. 1 month. 1 month. 1 month.
Yeah, that's yours. Yeah, it's really good.
Nate Land on the Nate Land homepage, directed and produced by your boy Nate Bargatze. He did a fantastic job, 800-pound gorilla. So I'm thrilled. Yeah,
That's amazing.
I think he did a wonderful job on it.
It's like relatively clean.
It is fun.
Oh.
It's fun, but it's not like boring comedy. Is boring and sometimes boring, and it's not that. It's not that.
You're not
New York.
Yeah, you're New York clean,
Right.
which means you are
Just mean intelligent.
Yeah. Yeah, you and I can't do it.
No way.
Nope.
There's a couple types of clean. There's punny clean. There's like, oh, that's clever clean. And then there's like, I'm looking at the shit that we look at every day and making it funny clean, which is kind of
That is the best and most desirable form of comedy I would like to do. What you and Nate do is
It's a short. It's like you guys have the skill set. You just don't want to focus on it, which I get.
yeah.
So it's like it's just what you're focusing on.
Yeah.
I just focused on that, but I wanted to have like city energy, which is punchlines all the way through. You know how I do it here.
Yeah.
And then just do it.
But dude, your ability to take stuff and dissect it and chew all the meat off the bone of the most mundane thing is something I in the sense that like I think I'm done with the thing and then you go 5 layers deep. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean, Nate does that obviously. You know who else does that? Josh Blue.
Yeah.
He, like, I mean, how many years did this guy talk about having cerebral palsy and reinvent it and make it funny and new? And it's like the funniest thing ever. And he's just taking something we all see and just he's on the point of like, this is how many layers of the microscope
Yeah.
are we under right now? And you do that too, and I admire it so much. And you're so good at it. Thank you.
That's too
Thank you. So
That's true. Dusty,
yeah,
Nate,
those
Aaron Webb.
yeah.
Me.
Yeah. So it's out. It's very good.
I think you're mixing up popcorn and movie line.
That might be it.
Yeah.
So I'm playing a new Final Fantasy game, not a newer Final Fantasy, but new for me, and it just got me thinking because there's this part in the game.
Which
where,
one?
Like 13, and there's this part where one of the characters goes, he's like, you might as well be at this point.
We'll get there.
We will get there. One of the characters goes, "All right, guys, what's our motto?" And they say the motto, and it's fucking lame, dude.
The
But
N-word several times.
It's just the N-word over and over and over again in this Japanese anime video game. But I thought it would be really funny to like do that at work. And like, but like, you know, hey guys, minus the N-word part, but be like, all right guys, remember our motto,
including the N-word
like,
part. Actually,
I might as well at this point. There's no black people that work with me. It would be funny at like the end of a all hands meeting, just to be like, all right,
It's
everybody,
a chant, just
remember-
the N-word over and over again.
remember our motto, and everybody just kind of looks at you, and then just think of like the most long-winded, not like intuitive motto that you could for the company. It's like, all right, guys, remember our motto: Hathaway Dinwiddie. We get it done. We get it done right. We do it safe. We do it cheap. We do it effective. We do it for the client. Customer service
on 3.
number 1. Yeah, and just go as long
Just
as you
keep going.
can.
We follow all COVID regulations. We keep to HR standards. We've been
yeah.
about 372 days without a workplace accident.
OSHA approved. Union backed. You know.
I think that
Everybody
or,
take your sexual harassment training seriously. Yeah.
I think it would be great to do that or something totally unrelated, just like our model. We are Marshall.
Thundering herd, baby. Let's go. Yeah, just have this like stupid long-winded motto that no one came up with but you, until everybody either just goes like, okay, and
All right, everybody, remember our motto: Arby's. We've got the meat.
we've got the
We've
meats.
meats.
Remember our motto, everybody. I'm too drunk to taste this chicken. What were you gonna say? You think? Whatever you do.
KFC. I'm too drunk. Take this shit.
You know what's funny? I just
Chicken.
I just read some.
Chris is too drunk to taste the chicken.
He is. I just read something about
Big Red
KFC.
Gum. If you don't like Big Red Gum,
you.
fuck you.
I just read something about KFC that when after the Colonel had sold the rights and shit,
The
they
Colonel.
moved their
Say
like
we
fucking headquarters to Tennessee, and I guess he got pissed. He's like, "This isn't fucking Tennessee fried chicken." And I guess like within the month they moved it back to Kentucky.
That dude.
we
That
look
dude
like
did not
assholes.
understand taxes.
Oh, he
that
tried
guy
to-
did not get
He
taxes.
tried to make as soon as he sold it, they of course they went corporate and they cheaped out, and so he
Oh,
got
I
pissed
would've-
off and tried to make a competing thing. Like, you have a non-compete clause, so we'll sue you into oblivion. If
I would have taken a big fat fucking shit on his head if he tried to pull that Tennessee shit and I was working there. I'd be like, oh, I guess you don't want your KFC to actually operate anywhere outside of the state. So I guess you're not getting any fucking money, you little bitch. Like, I guess we're not gonna have California, Kentucky Fried
what do
Chicken.
you want, Uncle Gravy? Extra gravy, massa?
Yeah,
No, that's not right.
yeah.
These people have been through a lot.
The funny thing is, I
They
think,
need their chicken.
I think he sold it kind of like
I'll
the-
move these goddamn corporate offices to Tokyo if I fucking want.
Well, if that's
They
the
love
funny
live
thing,
people
they
down
had
there.
every right to. I think he sold it kind of like the McDonald's brothers ended up selling McDonald's to Ray Koch.
Wait, rewind. The McDonald's brothers?
Yeah, there
There's
were
two of
two
them.
brothers who made McDonald's, and
that
this
one
guy
guy-
Ray Koch. Did you watch the
Yeah,
founder?
Founder?
Their names,
It's great.
their
So
names are
where did-
Ronald. Their names are
Yeah,
Ronald
what?
and Old.
An old McDonald's.
No, dude.
Yeah, something like that.
They basically came up with the flavor of McDonald's, and then like this
Well,
like
they made it the
businessman came in and was like, wait, yes, you're paying like 8 people to do 2 people's jobs. Like, let's make this
So
efficient.
So
this
they-
wasn't
they
all
made it-
invented by a clown?
no.
That would be Ronald. That would be Ronald.
That's
Two brothers.
surprising,
There was
yeah.
like a mommy clown and a daddy
And a
clown.
daddy.
Well,
and
then
they
there-
fucked.
One of them was a
And
farmer.
then there was a clown fuck, and then there's 2 clowns.
One was a farmer that had a dog.
And
The dog's
Bingo
name-
was his name.
Right.
though.
That
no,
was that
his name
was
was
old.
fucking
It's old McDonald,
Tyrone,
asshole.
and you're racist for saying that, dude.
But yeah, it was they like developed this system that like the drive-in burger place, you'd go in there and like you'd order a burger and you'd wait like fucking 30 minutes to get your burger, and they invented like a more efficient system. Like, hey, we get people in and out of here quick, and then fucking Ray Kroc came in and was like, I'm gonna invest in this.
We're gonna call it In and Out.
but we're gonna fucking cheap out on the ingredients and
He
like
basically he took the Ford, what's it called, the
Assembly line.
assembly line. He came up with that
Assembly
idea.
line production.
Well, they
line.
came up.
This
That's what
guy's
they
name's
did.
Steve, and his job is to put 2 pickles on the
Well,
burger, and that's all he does all day, and he's real good at.
Well, it was actually they actually came up with the assembly line idea. He came in, he was just like, "How do we cheap out on everything else so we make the most profit?" And so there's like in the movie, there's this whole thing like one of the brothers almost had a heart attack because it was too
Too much
stressful.
whack Arnold.
And then he refused to have he didn't want to have like milkshakes at all because it was like too
Because
much.
the milkshakes
What,
bring
but
all the
then-
boys to the yard.
They do.
No,
then-
that dude is the reason why that machine is always
well, it's-
fucking
yeah.
broken.
So he came in. He got
It's
like
broken in honor of him every day
Ray
from
Koch,
4 to
that
6.
sack of shit.
Well, he came in. He
Fuck
made
that
like
guy.
he made like the powder fucking
Great
shit
job,
to make the
businessman,
milkshakes.
idiot.
And so like as a fuck you, after he's already bought like came out and got the company from under them, he was like he sends them the fucking chocolate and vanilla milkshake, and they were the one of the brothers has a heart attack because of it. And then after he's got the company out from under them as a fuck you, he sends them the new strawberry milkshake powder as
Fuck
like
yeah.
a final fuck you.
Fuck yeah, it's the delicious one. That one's
So-
better than the vanilla.
Now with
Guys-
ice cream, it's not ice cream.
No, it's not. And the mashed potatoes.
McDonald's,
And the mashed potatoes at KFC aren't mashed potatoes.
dude.
So, folks, if
the
you
best
enjoyed
mashed
this,
potatoes come in like a dried powder, and you put a little water in them.
Yep.
They're better than the ones from real potatoes because
Oh, the instant.
So I
mashed
love
You don't get the
potatoes.
chunkiness though. You need the little potato mash pieces
Look,
still
No,
in
I
it.
don't.
it's not
Yeah, you do.
fucking
Yeah, you do.
Thanksgiving.
It doesn't need to
Okay.
be. It needs to be good, is what it
It's
needs
Jesus' birthday.
to be. Yeah.
Hey,
And
so
so Jesus eats trash. Is that what you're trying to
Tuesday
say?
afternoon,
Is Jesus a mountain goat? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I don't know what
belly
we're
goat.
talking about, but I swear to God, that
I
I
don't
will bring a holy alliance.
This
against
motherfucker's
you.
trying to tell me space food is better than the real thing. I don't get him.
Yeah.
Never mind. You know what I'm talking about? Space food. Go ahead.
So if you guys enjoyed this, tune in next week when we do a deep dive on Jack in the Box.
Fuck does this have to do with space food?
You know what make you think of? Have you ever seen that? It's like a comic. I think I saw it on Reddit. That it's like this guy is fucking this like goth girl, and she's like, talk dirty to me. She's like that. She's like, talk dirty to me, and he's like that upside down cross is actually the cross of Saint Peter. He only did that because he thought he would never be as holy as Jesus. Your sign, your symbol is actually a pure Catholic symbol. And she's like, I was like crying. I was like, not like that.
That's not how I wanted you to do it.
Realistically, just be like, yeah, it's not. I don't believe in any of that.
Oh shit! So, R.I.P.
Christians,
fucking Jimmy
though.
Buffett.
Yeah, he died today.
Oh, really? Fuck.
He's having his cheeseburger in paradise right now.
He's living on sponge cake, watching the sun.
You know what
bake.
happened? He had that cheeseburger paradise in Maui and it burned down.
Yep.
With Lahaina, and then he burned with it inside.
Why'd they name it?
Yeah.
And why
Then
they?
he had a heart attack.
Why did they call that place in Maui
That's
something?
dark.
Maui burning literally broke his heart.
Why did they name that place in Maui after a bunch of like cholitas?
You love it.
What,
Lahaina?
Oh,
Yeah.
Lahaina.
Lahaina.
Las Hainas? Like, come on, dude. Are we really doing that?
Lahaina.
Yeah,
It was
careful in
weird,
Maui,
like-
man. You go down to Lahaina, you get to drink the water. You got El Choro. It's like, oh, great.
I love how
The shits.
I love how fucking Bubba on Facebook was trying to say that those fires were started by direct energy
Stop
weapons.
talking to Bubba
Hey,
on Facebook.
Hey, Ryan was actually telling me that he's giving you all this shit about the fucking Matt's land when you were like saying he was setting on fire. He's like, you mean your fucking stepdad's land? You
I was
fucking
like,
dick.
Yeah, I was like,
Well,
what a jackass.
I mean,
If you
I
really
won't-
want to argue with Bubba on Facebook, just a picture of a penis over and over and over again.
that won't get you
Yeah,
blocked.
right.
That won't get you banned or anything.
You know what else?
just
It
do
won't
that
work. Talking to him.
I
Yeah,
know.
that's probably
it's
a bad
just
one.
fucking hilarious.
Why does it have to be a direct energy weapon? Why can't it just be like a regular ass fire that they set on,
Yeah.
on their own?
Why not?
I would believe you more if you showed me a picture
I
of
like
somebody
how-
like with a lighter just setting a bush on fire.
It's like, no, remember that the global warming they were talking about? This is a direct repercussion.
I like how we're actually seeing that shit.
And they're like, no, it's plasma weapons
don't
from
know, man.
aliens.
I
You're
don't
like,
know,
that
man.
makes more sense.
I don't think it was global warming either. I think it was a fucking
They were
gas
having a
main.
drought.
I think it was a gas main with a fucking accelerant in it.
I think
like,
Tim farted
Wait,
and he
what?
lit it on fire.
yeah.
Well,
fire?
I mean,
Really, the
I got
bottom line
some
here
range,
is it's
but
Tim's
Jesus.
fault. If you have like a
That's what Bubba was talking about when he said direct energy.
Right. You're
They harness
correct.
the power of Tim's ass.
Now you know we like somebody. Hey, eating here.
Oh, yeah.
You mean giving, not getting. Okay. All right. That's doing a lot of
Yeah, I don't know, everyone.
Life is shit, positive. Let's find out what it's like to live. Alive. Jordan.
Hi. Jordan, nice to meet you. Oh, you too.
That's right. That was fun.
Oh, yeah.
Shit. And then this is Jeremy. No.
We're still trying to figure out how we know each other.
Dude, it's gonna kill me.
Yeah. How do you think you know each other?
Yeah, how do you think you do?
Yeah. Let's hear that.
I know that it was stand up, and then I was texting somebody, and I was like, "Do you know this Jeremiah guy?"
What do you follow that up with?
I don't know. It was Ethan. I was texting Ethan about it.
I didn't realize like half of Jeremiah's bits or like his act is just him being like, "Look at me doing a black guy boys,"
Thank you for joining us for another episode from
and he just pretends like he's like a stupid Midwest guy, but I guess he's from Oakland.
The strangers that are not affiliated with Skankfest.
Well, I know they did the Skank last year. They were doing like Oakland's finest or something, and it was him, and a couple other guys from like 3 shows.
Right.
What, and they were
Going back to how they met.
no, but they weren't having any, like when you were doing it.
Oh, they got good. It's the one in wedding bus that the song plays that doesn't fit the people that are in the wedding bus.
Did you ever get married in Vegas?
Yeah.
Really? The wedding, one of the little cars, we like, look back.
don't want to
You joke.
The little soda cans on the back, like when you drive off.
Yeah, like soup cans.
Do you think anybody couldn't afford like?
Yours would just be
12 ounce
liquid.
cans? They got like the 4 or 5 ounce cans that are like, or if you're a little person, is that what you put on instead of like the full size cans? You put on the little baby cans.
Or you put on peanuts.
I still can't believe we settled on little person.
Yeah.
I can't believe that was the final decision. Final decision for what to call midgets is little people.
Yeah, that's sounds worse. Little person, I think is worse.
But
That's why it's job because he helped me that. He don't know exactly.
Well, that's why I think relish in the color is way more offensive than the other one. Anyway, I don't like person color. I think that I don't like people of color. No, God, no. The phrase. The phrase.
we're gonna edit this up. We're gonna clip it all.
You fucking got me.
Insane. And my mom accidentally heard that little person because she couldn't learn. Little person's handicap. I don't know if you can accept friend of his
I think the person. I think they're calling them elves.
That's what you walked all over what we were saying to do? That's what you stepped on? Holy shit.
That's looking at shoes and a lot of weird people. You? No, I'm talking about the elbows. Their shit's curled.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you were talking about because. Are you guys listening to the conversation we're all having together?
No, I have no listening.
I thought you were saying that because you can also get like
Yeah.
Jordans and stuff like that in the little
These
kid
are kids'
section.
size.
Yeah.
Tricked on Nike where you're like, fuck, 120 bucks. And it's
So I'm making an arrested for to get into get Nikes. It's just one. Yeah. What? Just trying to get some key Nikes and shit.
I was just imagining a little guy getting arrested, and then I went to the handcuffs, and I was like, do they have to get some more handcuffs? How do we do this?
Yeah, I think they just ball them up and put them in their back pocket.
Yeah.
I think that's it from the back pocket.
You just squirm it in there, yeah.
It's the hottest midget at the Naked Roast Fest.
You see, there's a midget bitch.
Were you guys there for the Naked Roast?
It's okay.
What they want to get?
It's for women, female, okay. So you don't want to say female, trans.
Yeah, that's actually what they.
Yeah.
That's what
She was a midget bitch. She wasn't Asian. She was.
What? If you're a little person, if you're a midget.
There's no midget with brackets.
and everything. So sad.
I'm gonna get one of those motorcycle shirts that says if you can raise this, then you Wait, what?
No, God. Dude, she was so hot. And they did a very fun.
Color was she? Person of color or a person transparent?
What?
Do you,
Some sort of.
oh,
You don't like it?
do you know her name? Can we pull her?
I know. I don't.
I actually have her right under.
What? Wait, it's a fish.
Tell you, it's a midget in Hollywood, and that nigga look just like me.
Me?
You that guy. Just like me.
couldn't take it. Why did he couldn't?
Bitch that I like. The girl, and then she said, "Can I bring my friend?" And I said, "I guess so. I was trying to get the girl."
Uh-huh.
And then she brought this little nigga. And I said, "You just like me, buddy." I'm not white. He's white. I don't hate him, but you don't know him, but I hate him. He looks like where Mohawks really does. So I'm thinking about doing a circus act.
Yeah,
You know,
you should.
I don't know how to.
You gotta bring him to the comedy store where they're like, Jamar Neighbors.
You expect him to take all the time?
He's got to be a little hype man. You better wear the backpack on stage and not that. You could be like, man, you ever fall down and drink radioactive ooze, and then he'll grow up, and he could be like your little guy.
To be inside my neck, though.
Try I got the vaccine and bring him out on stage.
Bitch, I hate Jamar Neighbor. Then he should go up there.
Oh, yeah.
Mention to it, no, nothing.
Does he have a high voice?
Yeah, he does.
Really? Does he have a
Midget voice.
Wow, maybe you were supposed to be him or something.
Yeah,
I want to see what he looks like.
he really does.
All right, let me see it. Yeah, does he wear a mohawk?
Oh,
No, but I can get him to.
Pretty sure you can get him to do whatever you want.
yeah, put him on stage. People just think it's a big stage,
Right.
and they're watching you.
Let me see this cat.
Give him a tiny mic.
Yeah. Tiny sets. Can you do a tiny sets?
Instead of doing 15, he'll just do 5.
Just make him work for Halloween. That's what I say, and then you can work your way up from there.
Make him your rich ventriloquist dummy. Oh my god. Oh my.
Oh,
But you also took that little. He takes pictures to make him look like he's not a little guy. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh my. Look at.
Oh, geez.
This picture here looks like he is in a terrorist video in like Mozambique.
Yeah.
Like he looks like he needs help.
Like a hostage situation.
Yeah. Oh, look, here's him as a little baby, and then here's him as an adult the same size. Oh, you got the text. Jamar,
Yeah.
have you gotten laid while you've been down here in Vegas? No? There was a bald-headed woman that looked like she was into you. Where? When we were waiting for Jeremiah.
She wasn't into me.
No? Oh my god.
He's ripped.
Yeah, he is ripped. Every time I call Jamar, he's like, I'm at the
He
gym.
hates this guy. That is so funny.
What?
This nigga like me. Yeah, photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's like more,
Fuck her.
he's like more handsome. Anyway.
I'm not fucked her.
Did you tell the chick, like, don't bring your little guy friend?
No, I just kind of had an attitude the whole time. I was just like, yeah, Eddie, yeah, like,
Can you reach that in the cabinet? Oh shit, never mind.
my little cousin was there, and then she came out. She was at the like, she told my sister, she's like, "Bitch, there's a midget in here." It's just like, she ran outside. Go back in there. My birthday party. I was like, "In there."
Some people have a phobia.
Of little people.
Yeah, true. Ooh, what is my I faint at blood.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
faint hard,
really?
hardcore. Oh yeah, fainted on the plane. Nice. That's a real thing.
It's scary, man.
Yeah, totally.
You don't like what? What's yours?
maybe like get stabbed in the eye.
What? It's kind of what's full. This guy?
Oh, you can't see it. I have a tattoo of a guy getting stabbed.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That's true. What about in movies where they crush the eye? You know, it only takes 3 pounds of pressure. I dated a guy who would put his thumb here and go 3 pounds, only 3 pounds, and push him. Yeah.
Wait, while we were having sex with you?
That'd be scary.
What the fuck? Wait, wow, he ran me in the ass? That's crazy. Wait, wow, he raped you? You would do that? Sorry. Go ahead.
Wait, what are you afraid of, Jamar?
No, my trends.
No, you're not. Shut
My
up.
actual fear is
You're afraid of how much you're into them. Listen, that's
no, not at all. That doesn't help. I'm not.
You're always on acid. Did people say that to you?
What?
Your eyes look permanently dilated.
Oh, I show up in photos sometimes. They look like black darkness.
Yeah.
Are you like a man?
He was kind of. I was like talking to you. I was asking you something. Like, where am I going in?
Very dark.
Yeah, they're very.
Oh my god.
Because I'm looking at the light right here. But like, and
I've never seen you.
it's very dark.
I've never seen you during the day. You make eye contact with Jeremiah, you find out how you die. That's my fear. Eye contact with Jeremiah.
Actual fear is being put in a vegetative state and not being able to escape.
About it.
That's what they're everybody until my life. I go, you pull the plug on me. If it's a plug back in. Are we getting burning?
Hey everybody, it's your old pal Ian Finance here from the podcast Ian Jordan. And I just say just because fall is here doesn't mean you can let cobwebs collect in your pantaloons. I don't know why you got cobwebs in there, because you're not getting laid or because your balls aren't shaved. You're probably not getting laid. Anyway, Manscaped is here to keep your pumpkin patch clean and fresh. And make sure you don't carve that pumpkin. Listen, I got a lot of bush, okay? And I do all right. My gal's liking it, but she always makes little comments. You need shave? You need shave? I shave? Are you shaving? You know why I don't shave? Because my wall shaver broke, and I keep forgetting to go to work to get another one. Okay? Which is why I'm grateful Manscaped sent me their John for me to shave my dog. Okay? My gal's gonna wanna, hey, pack a lunch, baby. You're gonna be down there a while once I get done shaving, okay? And also, when you shave, it adds a couple little bit of length to it. So if you're a grower, not a shower, shave it, and you can show this thing off wherever it's legal. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code SCOT. Okay, baby, because I'm the king of Scott. Promo code SCOT for 20% off at manscaped.com. manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping. What more do you freaks want? With the code SCOT at manscaped.com. Manscaped.
Talking about they probably made him choose Scott because he probably wanted to do being bi for being in, and they were like, no, we're not
On him, and that's
letting
it.
you make it bi.
But if you want a smooth wiener like a dolphin, use Manscaped. Hop into those waters and jump into them hoops. Manscaped.com, promo code SCOT for 20% off. Shout.
You know, that's scary.
It is scary.
Yeah. Sleeping paralysis.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so fucked up. When your
It feels
blanket's too heavy,
or yeah, you feel like someone's sitting on your chest.
and you feel like you're screaming.
Over you and you can't move out of it.
We know what you know. What are you gonna do?
And you wake up and the man has stolen your money. And you look at your phone and you've been texting with the doctor. He's married.
I used to sleep in a loft bed.
Anyway,
It's super outside, but I was trying to inch it. I woke up and I was like hanging off the side of the lofted bed because I was you dream in sleep paralysis, right?
You
It's
seen
like
this?
insomnia, and I kept inching out from
Disneyland Adventure, you can go through the park in 3D.
out.
Oh god.
Yeah.
We used to have bunk beds. You ever had to sleep on top of a bunk bed?
How come every kid threw their hamster off of a bunk bed? I know so many kids who have been like, I threw my hamster off the top of a bunk bed. I swear to God.
Here's the thing. She grew up in a barn.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So she grew up like.
Yeah, totally.
What?
Yeah.
No, you don't. Was it peaceful?
No, it wasn't peaceful at all. No.
Oh, what do you mean you know a guy? You can't just say, I know a guy who fucked a cat.
Just
Like,
rural.
so what are your fears? Hanging out with her?
Do you feel like you kill it on naked and afraid?
Yes, I would. I know I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Where's his barn? Where is this?
It's upstate New York, not rich upstate.
Wait, to the cat room. Also, back to the fact that you're like, oh, hamsters not bunk beds, right, Barry?
I swear to God, the amount of kids I know who have been like, I had a hamster, I threw it off my bunk bed once. It's like a thing. I swear to God, we'll look it up on
I
Reddit.
knew so
3 people with hamsters. None of them took them off of it.
A bunk bed. It's always a bunk bed story, and it would traumatize them. I swear to God.
But
You look it up.
What did they throw? Never started even with this. You were like this. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's basically. What are you talking about? And don't say we all did it. What am I supposed to keep talking about when you said we all throw hamsters off beds? And we went, huh? And then you went, no, I gotta mark the cat. I had a friend who had a gerbil, and go on. And we ate breakfast, and we had sausages and eggs and stuff like that. And I forgot to wash my hands before I went to pet his gerbil, and there was a little crack in the tube, and I was like, "Hey, little guy." He thought that my finger was a sausage link, and he went. It's one of the most I've ever bled. Like I could not stop. I don't pass out. I could not stop bleeding out of my finger. It hurt. Yeah, because his teeth went directly. Yeah, it was bad. Did you get stitches? Almost. I kept pulling off the bandage, and then it did.
Oh yeah, boy.
See, it's nothing that probably ever did. Did you get honey crabs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Did your tongue come off the cage?
No.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's fucked up.
Really?
You took a hamster off a bed, but you thought it's
A hard shell. Hamsters are soft.
no way. The turtles used to freak me out because they used to be like, get for that fucking shell, but it's part of their body, and that kind of skews me out a little bit. You know what I mean? You want to separate it.
Turtles.
Really?
Remember that? Oh yeah, you did.
Nuh-uh.
You did water turtles?
No, mine were red-eared slider, box turtle, Mister. Yeah.
Those are water turtles.
Did you name them Ninja Turtle names?
Bite.
Yeah, no.
What'd you name them? How's the gay naming turtles the Ninja Turtles?
No, not gay. That's like, that's crazy.
No, yeah.
Like, come on, man. It's 2005 gay. Come on, bro. I know. Squirtle, Rusty, and Reptar.
You can remember the names. Reptar's great.
Oh yeah.
Squirtle, come on.
You seem like a Reptar guy. Yeah, the best.
Rusty,
We had barn cats that pissed everywhere. It was gross. We had one goat named Perry who would just rip our house apart.
I had sex with that.
He was an
Child.
huh? No, I have a sister. A sister. Yeah.
How wow.
Yeah, I made him a little slutty. Yeah, super hot. Yeah.
Barn cats?
Barn cat. We had horses for a minute. We had to sell them to pay rent.
Somebody fucked this barn cat.
Somebody fucked a cat across the street.
No, lie. It's a lie.
Sister?
How do you know
Listen, because my sister came home traumatized.
What's your sister right now and ask?
No, she has a child.
So?
It's 3 hours later.
Oh.
I would. She would talk about it. She was drunk the other night, and we gave her a little bit of a weed pen, and she was looped. And she kept talking about this guy. But I remember being a kid and her being all fucked up about it. I'm telling you, we'll have her on the pod.
That cat
We
after
can't.
had sex with the guy, he's like, Mondays, am I right?
I hate it. I love lasagna and hate can't fight Jack. Was the guy's name John? The dog named Cody Watch? No, wait. You're lying.
No, I swear to God, it's pretty crazy. No, she knew the guy. They were older than me.
I had a
Older
neighbor dog who was a male dog. They're 2 male dogs. Trans dogs, no. No. 2 male dogs next door. One of the male dogs would rape the other one all the time. Push it up against the fence and look at me like. They always say, what would you do? I'd be like, and that was when my eyes turned black. You never been the same since.
When you would get home from school and your activity was watch a dog get raped.
I would go grab my camcorder. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
This is insane, dude. This is insane how hard I'm getting.
Then I would like, I told my mom about it. She goes, "Dad, don't help people."
Don't know that.
I know it.
Don't feel awful.
No, I was just where I was like, Jesus.
Shit, you're like, it's good.
You're watching domestic.
Do it to each other. Yeah.
You're watching domestic abuse. You're like, oh, shit, dude, it's great. Dude, she just handled that stunt. Right? The crazy stunt. What up, CKY?
Dude, we had this bucket buried in the yard that we throw all the dog shit in, and me and my friends just took shovels full of dog shit and threw them in the house and filmed it. And we were like, this could be on Jackass. And they were like, and they're like, you're gonna go to jail immediately if you show anybody this.
We used to, so this kid Josh, his number I think was like 475-7577, and there was another guy whose phone number was 475-7757.
Yeah, they were close.
Yes.
Yep.
And so this guy, you would mix up his number sometimes. You go, hi, is Josh there? And it happens so often. You would go, we'd call him purpose. Goes, so we found out where he lived, and we egged his house, and we called him, and we go, hi, sir, we're just asking, how do you cook your eggs? Over easy or on your house, you old fuck? Just because he would flip out on command. You would go, oh, is Josh there? And you go, Josh. Single time. I'll call him right now.
How'd you guys start calling that dude? Like,
Because someone got his number by accident. He just immediately flipped, and then that was like the game we would play. It was intentionally call this guy and ask for Josh, and he would like lose it.
so was there any resolve to like after you egged this house? Like, did you like
We just got him to yell again, and it was funny for us.
I used to prank phone call every night. I would go to my dad's and prank phone call all night.
Oh man. Condoning it now, but when you were
It's a
15, it was
fun
great.
thing.
It's like fucking a cat. It was a good idea at the
For
time.
some teachers, if they were old, you would just ruin them. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I had a teacher that was he was our algebra teacher in high school. His name was Greg Garrig, so we called him G squared. And I found a hot topic, a belt buckle that had a picture frame. It was a belt buckle that was a picture frame.
Yeah.
I printed off like a photo of him turning on from the book. I love Greg Garrig and put heart triangle. He goes,
Did you remove that photo from the belt buckle? And I was like,
Thursday at a meeting, that tells me to start fielding calls for people when they're having problems with their relief. And I was like, oh, so what do I bill for that? They're like, oh, well, like, we just need your help. We wanted it to just be like when the cops are there, and even them are gonna tell you to fuck off. So just do our job.
school, and then by the time he was like 6th or 7th period, and I like kind of like I was like I did say like, yeah, you like my belt? Yeah, and that's when he's like he turned white when he saw it. He's like,
Adult would be like, dude, that's crazy.
I was a weird kid in high school though. I also had a belt buckle that I went through a belt buckle.
Me too.
I had a belt buckle that was a flask, and I would pour chocolate milk in it and drink out of the flask in class. So people would be like, "What are you drinking a flask in class?" I'm like, "It's milk." Crazy. I think one of those pill bugs inside my belly button. I was like, it's a great thing.
This is a phobia.
Yeah, you never seen Road?
They roll like a ball. Like an armadillo, but a bug.
Oh, I put him.
That's really gross.
That was my pet. It was my pet that I wanted. Like, he's actually living a belly button.
you an only child?
No, I'm a middle child. That's the thing. I want to get rid of it because it started to burrow. I'd be like, hey, you want to put that? Just like if you want to Joe belly button. I would show people, I'd be like, hey, you want to see my pet? And then I'd pull it, and then there'd be a bug, and they're like, so what do you have a bug in your belly button? It's not that really fully. So I put it back up, and I put like little air holes in it so it could breathe. But then the tape, and then but then I started to feel it burrow. It started to try to go through my belly button because it was sealed.
Slimes were pushing in.
No, it was, I mean I could feel it. I was like,
It's really, that's so fucked up. That's a
Yeah.
my phobia.
Yeah.
That's my phobia. Oh my
yeah. And could you imagine Jamar?
That's literally.
Could you imagine if the bug was trans?
Oh, I really hate that so much. Oh my god.
Yeah. Dude, what? I just do weird stuff like that.
What else did you do that was weird?
I mean, I don't know. I named a few of the weird things that I did. I mean, I used to, I don't know. Yeah.
One time I accidentally pranked phone call with my family therapist. So I was like, I was calling every single person, and I at one point, and I was like, hey, you know, are you a stupid bitch says what or something? And she goes, is this Jordan? And I was like, what? And she's like, this is Susan, your family. And I was like, and then in the family session, they were like, we need to talk about Jordan. And they like found the whole. They've been like ruining people's lives with these one couple. I kept calling, being like, please, can you turn the music down? And they would get into these fights. They'd be like, stop the music down. And I'd be like, there is music, you might not be able to hear it. And I had these long, and they would freak out. And I got in trouble.
I used to call and pretend I was an old lady looking for my sister Abigail, who had my medication. And I try to have these people coordinate, like meeting up with me to find my sister to give me medication.
You know what I'm saying? I really get it.
It was, I mean, yeah, it scared me because it hurt right away. Like as soon as you started to burrow, I was like, oh, I gotta get this out of my body.
But how long did you keep it there?
Did you really went through?
No, it's not that stuff.
Modern dirt, that's what they do to burrow.
Oh, yeah.
And listen, what if it just over time, you know what I mean? Just chiseled away like a guy in prison, you know, just.
Yeah, that's what rats do.
They used to do it for transfer. They would
Case and stuff like that.
I need to lay down.
Medieval times? Well, you torture people all the time, but without the restaurant.
It's just challenging.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, in medieval times, they would lay you in a case and put rats.
And over a bucket on your stomach, and then they would try to eat through your skin. Yes.
Really?
They'd strap something.
They strap something to your chest and then have the rat through your body.
You really have it so good.
If you're reading 4 pages of Foucault's Discipline and Punishment, that you don't have to read the rest of the book. It's just torture mechanisms, like quartering people, tying like your legs.
Oh, and having horses.
Yeah,
that's
cool.
I like that.
The rat burrowing. They did something with the eyes. The eyes freaked me out. Eyes.
Oh, I saw a German torture device. It was like one of, you know, those old,
Come on now.
water diving outfits.
Yeah.
Scuba diving outfits. I think the bug just burned in my brain. Yeah, you know those old water diving outfits? No, the snorkeling outfits with the helmets. Well, you would wear that, and there were these screws that they had in the eyes, and then you would turn it, and it would slowly drive a spike in your eyeballs.
Yeah. You like the Saw movies?
Hey, hi.
One. I'm doing a lot of torture stuff right now. When it brought up bug burn in your body, it's considered torture, and then, until I saw you guys' reaction, and I was like, oh, I guess
Prepare your defenses. Select
You're shocked to see tails on your tits. Bugs burn your tails. Jamar has a midget doppelganger, and Jordan is living with people that are fucking kids.
Remember that guy Leif in New York? His buddy had a friend who had a cockroach crawl into his nose and lived in there for a couple of weeks. They took it out and it was
Time to
alive.
save the world? Game on!
Can I try something? Survived.
in your brain.
Yeah.
Man.
What? Right. It's probably risky for us to talk at all.
So runny right.
What do you think he's doing? I want to fucking throw my
Does your lower mouth have a cold?
I like saying hot chick. I don't like saying hello, folks. One. So
Attackers incoming.
saying girlfriend. Something like girl.
Yeah, for sure.
They're counting on me!
Yeah, it's that funny, bro. Okay, so
Die, die!
your teacher was up.
Got one here!
We didn't know she was close.
Enemies on the payload! Let's get them! Too spicy for you! Speeding up! Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines!
Good job.
They're pushing the payload! Stop them! I'm on fire!
That's the best, really?
That shit. It was had like your scene part.
Write haikus about like law.
They're counting on me!
Yeah.
You wrote a article about Walmart in a
Let the Kitsune guide you! Reset and regroup!
30 seconds
I
remaining.
put a bucket tears for wearing the respiratory.
I'm not checking in.
Wearing to resolve.
Kim doesn't have that. Yeah, it's just from him being bad and just eating away.
Start your engines.
The kid loved coffee and the top buckets.
Ian buckets loves to win.
Initializing system.
No flaming scarecrow, don't go.
Get into the field.
Whoever did it, he gets balls, and I almost went.
That was only a warm-up.
Immediately, some guy goes, "We're the biggest moron because they won't graduate if they get caught." And I was like,
Yeah.
and then they found out day after prom because they saw a stack right there.
Who's they? And they told us?
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines.
Seconds remaining.
We were in elementary. I had okay, so I went to a school. I went to a school. I'm just tired. Okay. I went to a middle grade. Yeah. I've got you in my sights.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
Victory
There you go, bro.
But you don't think so.
Not the payload.
Diving in. Nerf this. I'm not giving up.
Expose me, kind of really like nitpick. You know, like sometimes teachers nitpick at you and shit like that. I was already like a disruptor and shit. So I was sitting in front of her and shit like this. And I was like, I'm in second grade. They took me out of the public and when I was like 8.
Personne n'échappe à mon
I
regard.
was swinging my legs and shit like that, right? And then I like kicked her in the shin, and then she was like, "Oh my god!" I like fucked her shin, right? So she had to go. She left the classroom, you know, and she had to go get the fucking principal. So when she left, she had her purse on the fucking on the desk, right? And I was like, mm-hmm. And I went inside of her motherfucking purse, and I put in Naomi purse. Between I was on her motherfucking purse, bro. And then my auntie had to come and get me and all this shit or whatever. And then she had a sandwich up there, and I took a pencil and I was like poking holes. Yeah, that was crazy.
I remember rifling through the bags of the teachers.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And taking out other shit.
Out of public school, though. I used to be a teacher. Right? You never know. Did you realize a teacher? You taught. Yeah. What's the teacher? You did those songs. People do that shit like that.
No, but it was like gnarly the shit kids would do. But I like rolled with it instead of being like don't, you know.
So I used to substitute teach, and I was actually really stern, bro. I was like, oh, let me come the fuck around. Me.
You take off a rainbow mohawk and you put up like a regular
Black one. Come here and fuck around. This man was so bad in those public school.
Oh yeah.
You know? So yeah, they had like no discipline and shit.
I know that Warhammer 40K, their like workspace is essentially them passing through hell.
But they weren't as bad as me.
Yeah, so like you go through like guys like fucking whatever
You're saying they're like, you
like
don't
Cthulhu type demons live in it, this dimension.
traumatized. I just fucked with them all the time. I would harass them. I would lie to them and say that I was in the classes. People would get a message to me. They'd be like, tell Jordan there's a sub, tell Jordan there's a sub. They would get down to me, and then I would comment whatever class it was, and I would just disrupt constant. I would hide and jump out and scare them. I would say that I would freak out and be like, there's a squirrel in this room. And I'd be like, do you see it? And I'd get people to be like, it's right there. And I would have a whole, this was, truly, I lived in the principal's office from like third grade up to like I remember sitting in the principal's office senior year and being like, this has got to stop. It's
Kick the teacher. I made one schizophrenic. It's like
Hey man.
Does that think you could get a teacher to chase you? Do you remember that feeling where you class, you'd be like, you have to catch me first, and there'd be a mission.
You met so many teachers like quit though. I met so many people. Dude, kids are really evil, bad. We started on purpose. My big brother is really good at that though.
they got at our 5-year reunion. We were the last year that they allowed open bars.
5-year reunion.
Because we all got so hammered.
5-year reunion?
High school reunion, yeah.
Who does 5-year reunion? Adderall.
Fucking, we were like smoking blunts in the bathroom. One guy got so drunk he refused to leave the women's room because he's like, it's what you're wrong. It was during the Phillies game. The Phillies were in the playoffs. We made them pull in a fucking Blow Me Naomi TV into like the auditorium so we could watch. We were bad. Yeah. Well, he's really like a senator now. Like legit, like good guy.
There's some real crazy shit.
Yeah.
I'm all right. So yeah, let me break it down. I'm from Los Angeles. Anyway, so Ike Turner came to speak to the kid. Spoke to the kid. Here's what not to do. Here's my high school. This is what I heard. But he was there. I wasn't even here. So one of the homegirls was up there like he was trying to like give like motivational speeches and shit. And she said she stood up and said, "Why you?" And then he said, "No, I answered." He was like, "Tell you what, hit that bitch for one time." On Jesus Christ, yes. I can text my best friend.
said that.
Yeah.
It's honest, and and it's like, okay, if it's one time.
You're gonna get that bitch for one time.
Stay in school.
That's amazing.
Are you texting him everybody? If he's doing this, you have to call your sister about the cat.
I can't. She'll kill me. It's the middle of the night.
Should we just play the penis game in school?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm scared.
One person starts off by going very soft, and then I have to say it a little louder. Penis.
Penis.
Penis. I did it once in the class where like in Greg Garrick's algebra class, like where I was playing a penis game. And I was
Swear.
stuff at Jeremiah Stand Up, and then I've got a lot of fun stuff on my YouTube. I got a great series called.
It seems that no...
I should have known.
I've dreamed many dreams before.
If only there was some protocol for this situation.
Oh, beloved, have you forsaken me? Remain vigilant, associates. The heretics are merely biding their time. Is my dream repeating itself? I can't tell any longer. One can grow tired of slaughter.
I should have known the enforcers would not tolerate me forever. My skills, they valued.